Hey guys, it's Jeff and GC. Well, I'm GC and this is over here is Jeff, but he doesn't like to talk
Hello.
apparently.
No, I
So,
don't.
yeah, we're gonna do an Xbox
All right.
tier list. So, this is for OB 58. Patch just came out a couple days ago. Bunch of changes happened for quite a few characters and a lot of them moved
Maeve,
around.
Maeve and Sky are viable now. Um,
Strix is way worse this
Crazy shit,
patch.
dude. Crazy shit.
Genos got nerfed, but
Um,
speaking of Genos, we'll start out with him. S plus.
yeah.
So for S plus, we're pretty much
Broken on
going.
Xbox.
It is broken on Xbox, and you will always first pick it, or it will be banned. But there is never a game where these characters don't get picked in scrims or ranked or
Yeah.
whatever setting that's somewhat competitive. These characters will always be picked.
Except for the game where Genos and Maldamba got banned.
Yeah, except
Or
for
who
that
was
one
it?
game.
Who did we ban?
We banned Damba.
Jesus.
So yeah.
We banned Damba.
So yeah, Genos is just
So like the
really
only
strong.
healers left were like Grover Grok.
Yeah,
Yeah, Genos is like crazy strong, especially on Xbox, because
Xbox
obviously
Maldamba's
we're
weaker.
Xbox idiots, right? So we can't aim. And so having a healer that can auto lock through walls is never a bad thing.
And
Genos is just
he's brain dead. He's
the
brain dead.
best. He's brain
All
dead,
you
yeah.
do is
There's
hide
no
around
excuse
a
to die on
corner
Genos.
and just heal your team. And you get any pressure on you at all, you just fly away at a million miles an hour. And then you can build cards into your deck that make it even harder for you to kill. Like with DR when you run away, or you're healing yourself.
Yeah.
And he just has
Realistically,
constant
you're only
sustain.
gonna run like one point into the DR. You're running more than 1 point into the DR. You're doing a little too much, in my opinion. But like the healing, like 2 or 3 points in the healing is legit. And how much is that? That's like something silly per second. It's like over 100,
Yeah.
which is like
He has better
just
self-sustain than
silliness,
any other healer
man.
in the game. Like, because he's always healing someone, so he's always getting the cards effect. Where, like, Saris and Mal, there's downtime.
Right.
And generally with Maldamba, you're not running points into the self-heal card, really. You have, like, 1 or 2 in it, because you have to run 4 into Eerie Presence.
Right.
And,
4 into Eerie Presence is like an auto on Xbox.
and
Like, there's
speaking
no
of
choice.
Maldamba, I'm just going to grab him right now and put him in S. He's definitely very strong, but sadly, not many players can play him on Xbox because you don't get auto aim on your teammates, and playing without auto aim on a controller isn't the easiest thing. So there's very few players that can actually play him at a high level, but he is better than Saris. He's better than Ying at actually healing, and arguably he's as good as Genos. He heals better than Genos. He's just not as safe, and his ultimate can change a game. It's just that on
The
Xbox,
character is Maldamba, the character is better than Genos, especially now with the instead of 15% max health to 10% max health, he kind of struggles healing tanks, but it's just the fucking auto lock, dude. Like that's so and through walls, man. Like your teammates can play like retards, and as long as you're on the range on the heal, they're fine. They can do whatever the hell they want. They're just free to run around, flank, whatever.
But yeah.
And it's just silliness.
All right, and back to
But yeah,
S+.
Maldamba is like crazy.
So on Xbox, there is a certain duo, a certain hit scan duo you're always going to be seeing getting picked. That's Leanne and Victor.
Or banned.
Or banned. They're
Like
always going to be
Leanne
picked.
gets
They're always
banned
gonna
almost
be-
every game.
Yeah. They just carry super hard on Xbox. Victor has crazy mobility. He can just take any lane he wants the moment it gets left open and come up with a flank. And just to put this out there, on
And
Xbox,
kill half your team.
people only play Firefight Victor. No one runs the ADS Victor on Xbox. And with Firefight Victor, you don't really lose any fight against anyone else as long as you're in mid to close range. Like, ever.
Yeah.
And, like, Leanne
I think the only
on
one
the other spectrum,
that beat
though.
him.
Actually, does anything beat Victor up close? Like, not really.
Yeah, Lex does.
I guess
Lex does. Lex actually kind of dumps on him. Eevee can too. But
I mean, a bunch of
Buck
characters
can
can
as well,
kill
but
him. You just have to get
once
like
again,
a perfect go on it. Just Victor just so easily does
yeah,
damage. He doesn't need any skill. You just
it's
run around
yeah,
and hit fire. You just take flank rounds that are left open by idiots because they're not covering it or they don't have someone looking over there.
yeah.
And then on the other side of the spectrum, you have Leanne. Leanne pretty much wins any fight at mid, like the mid to mid long range that Victor wouldn't win. And she has so much free confirmed damage. It's just stupid.
The Alacrity card is insane now. Yeah.
I mean, all of her cards are
She
good. She just does so much. She brings so much damage to the table, and she's very hard to kill with her constant dashing and her ultimate. And if you get morale boost online, you're ulting like 1 to 2 times a fight, like, as long as
For
you're
real.
getting the killing blow.
Yeah.
Leanne
And
just strikes.
she just applies Cauterize better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On top of like dealing the most damage in the game, like safely, right? So she's not even like, okay, like Victor has to at least expose himself. Leanne stands back and just spams left trigger, LB, like she's just fucking dashing and shooting from really far away, and it doesn't do any. Like she's never really in serious danger,
Mm-mm.
and it's just applying Cauterize, and no one's getting healed, and it's just she's ridiculous.
She can outplay so many people with
She's
her
just
ultimate
silly.
too. She can counter so many ultimates
Yeah.
and she can just do so much in the hands of a talented
yeah.
player. And also in the hands of a retarded player, she can do so much just because of
Yeah, her skill floor is extremely like high. Like you can be a terrible shot and not an extremely smart player, and you can play Leanne to a pretty high level.
which just shows how stupid she is. No character should be that good
Yeah.
with no skill involved.
Once again, Xbox, anything that helps you with aiming or auto hit abilities, they're going to be better than on PC. It's just the way it is.
All right, and now we have some tanks up in S tier, so we're gonna go with Makoa. Makoa is just super strong. He can defend his team, peel for his team, get picks. He does a lot of damage.
The hook.
His ultimate is amazing, lets him completely reset himself in a fight, so your healer doesn't need to leash him. And in later rounds, it doesn't matter about Cauterize because he just full heals himself, and then some.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He just does so
Yeah.
much.
Crazy. And then the shield, like he's just Makoa's broken, man. Makoa, like until they fix the hook, like they have to do something else to the hook, like increase the cooldown even longer or make the range shorter. I don't know, man. Because that character is stupid. He's always going to be broken, and he's even like I can't even imagine what he's like on PC, man. Because like there's some players on Xbox that hit some pretty good hooks, and just like I can't even imagine playing against Thiel or some shit, just being like pulled from God knows where. It's just got to be brutal.
Another point to put into Makoa is that he's a really good counter to Victor, because the firefight Victor that everyone on Xbox plays has to get into that close range. And if you're in that close range to the enemy squishies, you're going to probably be in the Makoa's hook range. And you don't have an instant dash to get away like Leanne or Cassie does. You're going to get hit more than likely. The Makoa's not going to whiff it. So that's something else to consider.
A common theme with like all these S tier all these characters we put into the S tier is that they're like pretty good counters to the 3 characters we put in S plus.
Mm-hmm.
Those characters at the top don't have crazy mobility. So like if you pull one in, or I think we put Shaolin in S, right?
Yeah, we S minus. We have an S
Like
minus.
these characters are just countered by the S characters. But I mean, they still run supreme. They still destroy everything. But like it's your attempt to slow them down.
Mm-hmm. And our next best tank is gonna be Ashe. Ashe is, like Makoa, very hard to kill. Between her ultimate and the shoulder bash legendary card, and she can dive a back.
The damage resistance afterwards. And then the shield, and then like she can do everything, dude. She can flank. If there's a flank open, she'll take it and she'll kill your healer, or like she'll just like bully the other team's front line, right? Like the displacement she gives, and then like on the smaller maps, she can knock people off the map. And the shield is underrated. The shield is really good, and no one gets Wrecker against it. And Ash can just sit behind that freaking thing and it's just like a free. I think it's like 6 seconds of just free damage. It's insane. She's a really freaking strong character. She's just really good.
And also, like Makoa, like her ultimate allows her not to be healed by her healer during a fight, so your healers can leash your damage carries and just pocket them to victory as long as your tanks have their ults. And like,
right,
with the very popular Xbox characters like Victor, if you're able to put a leash on him so he's like able to go up into that close range,
God,
he's
please.
just gonna kill everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. S minus.
Meta's really top heavy.
Yeah. A third tank. What do you know? All the tanks are really good in Paladins because they all do crazy damage.
Shocking. Yeah.
Barrack.
I'm shocked.
Barrack just brings so much presence and control and damage, and he has options too. He's not limited on legendaries like a lot of characters in this game are. He can run Architectonics, he can run Tinkering, and you can probably get away with the shield card with the latest patch. We haven't really messed with it too much, but it might be a thing.
I've been screwing around with it. I like it. I'm just not in love with it. Like
You
I
give
am
up a
like
lot of
tinkering.
damage.
I Fat Cassie with turrets is like pretty good, man. And then the architectonics on these smaller maps are against like these high mobility, like if the other team has a lot of mobility, it's crazy. That character is nuts. Barrack is a DPS that can control areas. He's pretty crazy.
If you get two
You can either play him
turrets down, that area is defended.
Oh,
a
God,
squishy
good
cannot
luck.
push into
Yeah,
there
no,
ever. Like,
no, you're not. You have to kill the people around him first, as long as a healer is focusing on him. It's just not gonna work. It's so hard to push him.
so that's Fat Cassie in a nutshell. And next up, oh, what do you know? Another tank, Anara. Anara sharing similarities. Impossible to kill. Gets the bonus healing. Does good damage. Very strong area denial with the wall. And once again, she has choices with her legendaries.
Cripple field.
The cripple field is amazing.
Yeah, you could run. The cripple field is silly.
It
like
counters
so many
characters.
scrims we've played. So many scrims we've played, like with the Anara just running in and dropping a cripple field, and boom, the fight's over within like 3 seconds. Like it's it's counterable if you like know what's coming and you can see it coming.
If the Inara gets horse in the
if you
beginning of
don't
the game.
Yeah. If you don't shoot her off her horse, you're in trouble because she's on your squishies and they're now crippled and slowed, and the enemy's front line is coming, and front line deals more damage than DPSs sometimes, and there you go, they're dead. It's just the way it is, man.
It's just really good.
The cripple field is really good. Yeah. And then the fact that she can boost her healing is insanity. The character just doesn't die. And then you throw up the wall in between that, and then you have the DR card on the cripple field. Yeah, you're just alternating DR after DR and heals, and you're built in, and the wall to prevent you from taking more damage and being cauterized. And Inara's just tough to kill, man. Inara's just a bitch to kill.
And then she's getting buffed in this next patch, which just seems crazy. They're going to be lowering her movement speed penalty.
Yeah.
Like, now
on PC, she was like not super great, but yeah, on Xbox, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. She might move up to S. I don't know. I think a lot of people besides us would actually already consider her an S. I think a lot of the people we've scrimmed with, you see her go really early. Like, you'll see her go as the first tank. A lot of Xbox loves Inara.
And let's talk about something Xbox doesn't necessarily love, but she's still really good. Cassie. Cassie's broken.
Yeah,
Her mobility
God.
and her damage is insane. But the thing is, on Xbox, people don't really play her. There's honestly like 2 people that play her at like a high level
Yeah.
on Xbox, and
I've seen Parker and Tetsu or Yuki player, and that's about it.
but that doesn't mean
And
she's
when
not
they
really
do
good.
play her, they're ridiculous. Yeah, she's the character is broken. Like if more people played her, I wouldn't feel bad putting her in S, but like it's just that it's hard to play the character, man. Like I'm not a good Cassie player. Like it's hard. You're you're having to like and if you're not hitting your shots, you're like dead. But I mean, if you do, man, like God, the character is just like your life is like always in your hands. You like can't die if you're constantly dodge rolling. It's just not gonna happen. And you're just such a problem. Oh, you know who's another player? Simic. Simic used to be a real like I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know if he still plays even, but his Cassie used to be such a fucking pain in the ass, dude. Oh my God, I hated that thing.
And that was before they buffed the attacks.
That was
The what would it be?
yeah,
The
that was
attack
before
speed?
they buffed the attack speed, dude. Like, and Cassie's like borderline hit scan now. She's good. She's like silly good.
And we have another archer in the S- tier, Shaolin. Shaolin recently saw quite a bit of buffs and came into actually popularity on PC, where I think kind of came into popularity a little bit earlier on Xbox. Just saying, head of the curve. But Shaolin just dicks
Yeah.
everything that's popular on Xbox. He's extremely strong against tanks, and tanks are extremely strong on Xbox. He's extremely strong against Ruckus, which is one of the most popular characters on Xbox. We just don't think he deserves to be one of the most popular characters. But everyone likes to play him. And he's good against Victor and Leanne,
Yeah.
and he's just good against everything that's popular
He's
right
just
now.
he's just good at yeah, he's just a really good character, man. Especially with that with the draw card. The bonus damage is nice and the cheeky stuns you can pull off are awesome.
And people aren't really going to get Illuminate
just
just
because
for a Shah. Although,
right.
sometimes you might
Yeah.
want to, like, because it gets really annoying whenever he starts, like, if he gets
Yeah,
morale
if the Shah
boost or
starts
something
going
crazy,
off.
and he's just ulting every
Yeah.
fight, you're going to lose.
Might want to consider it. Yeah. And that's another thing, like that ultimate, you just pop it whenever, man.
Yeah.
Like you pop it in a 1v1, that fight's over. It's just like, yep.
Another
Whatever.
thing to take into
And
consideration.
he gets it back fast too.
Yeah, is on Xbox. Illuminate seems to be bugged. I don't know if it is the same way on PC, but I have like several recorded clips where I have Illuminate free, and someone goes invisible directly in front of me, and I don't get them revealed. Like, I don't know if it's just weird interaction, but it seems buggy. So, like, sometimes the item that's supposed to counter stealth doesn't counter stealth. Like, it's just strange.
Frustrating.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but that's it for the S tiers. Let's head into the A's. At A plus, we have everyone's favorite belly dancer, Ying. After this latest round of buffs, turning Ying into a bona fide DPS with 1200 damage a second. For whatever reason, our healer decided to turn into a
Healer?
damage character.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
I
let's
mean, how
not
many
forget
times do you hear
the
about
ult.
people complaining about that in scrims?
All the time. You
Like-
just if you
Like
get
literally
killed by Ying, it's
nonstop. Like
what?
that Ying just boxed me and won. Yeah, it just happens every
Your barrack
time,
that's full health's like, I just got free shot or fork bursted by a Ying like,
dude. Yeah,
in
dude,
like 2
I
seconds.
think it is 3 shots. I think 3 shots is what it does. Yeah, it's crazy.
But
It's insanity, really.
and then they buffed her ult too. Like, I thought the sticking to people was like needed. I don't know why that wasn't originally her ult, but then they buffed how much it healed by a shit ton. It like tripled its healing.
Yeah.
So it's like 600 a second for 8
So now-
seconds.
So now, unless they have caught 3, you're invincible throughout that. Like early
8
game,
seconds, yeah.
Ying is just like,
And Ying
oh my
Ying
god.
with morale boost, once you get morale boost free, you're literally ulting every fight. And over a course of 8 seconds, Cauterize is going to fall off of you, and you're going to get full healed. Like, her ultimate
Yeah.
is... It's like it's a global Grover ultimate. It's retarded. Well, it's not, obviously. Grover ult's like 24 healing a second, 2400 healing a second or something crazy, but it's way better than Grover's ult.
It is. It's the same effect, man. It really is. It's a team reset.
Yeah.
Your team is now full health.
But her
And
healing isn't the
they-
strongest. Like, let's not forget she's not a
No.
damage dealer. She is a healer. but she's not something you necessarily want to solo heal with. You can solo heal with it, but you're not gonna always have the best results if you're playing against an equal skill team. But
it's something good to pair with like a Grover or a Grok.
Yeah,
who are fairly strong right now as well too.
Grover is our go-to pairing with the Yingster, because the biggest fallback to Ying is really her out-of-combat healing. It takes so long for the illusions to heal a tank back to full that they're going to start getting their veteran healing before they get healed. So, but Grover helps cover that weakness because he's standing in the back line throwing axes, so anyone retreating from combat low is going to get healed up by the Grover, and the Ying is keeping them topped up during combat. And Grover brings a lot of damage, a lot of CC. He has self-sustain. He has mobility. He has everything. Like,
his ult is really good too, and it's just something you can just pop on cooldown pretty much, man. Like, if you're getting weak, fuck it, just pop Grover ult, man. Like, it's not just gonna save yourself, but you're gonna prevent damage from going on to other people as well. You can push with it. You can literally just pop Grover ult and then group up and push with it. And then there's just like a lot of things you can do.
You can run Deep Roots, you can run Exaction, they're both viable. And the Cripple just counters so many characters. Like, Xbox players really like Ying because Xbox players can't play Maldamba. So what's very common is one team will have Genos, and then the other team will either pick Saris or they'll pick Ying. And if you play a Grover into a Ying, the Xbox player Ying is going to start playing like a damage at some point, and you cripple her, she's dead. She doesn't have her teleport. Like... Grover's a really good counter. He counters Cassie, he counters Shaw, he counters, like, if Ashe comes in and she gets crippled, she can't dash out to save herself. Like,
Grover's just a really strong
good. He brings everything to the table.
He's just a damage pick. Yeah,
you can't play him solo healer. I mean, you could try to, but you're going to have to group up your team, which is never good, because you're going to get collapsed on from all angles, or they're going to run a Willow into you, and then you're really fucked. But yeah, don't solo heal with Grover. All right, now we're going to get the other tanks out of the way. Ruckus. Ruckus is a fan favorite on Xbox because he's pretty much a damage dealer, especially with the rockets now in the game. And
easy to play too.
The problem with Ruckus is that a lot of popular characters dick him, mainly Shaolin and Makoa. And Inara with the cripple also dicks
Inara.
him. Like, if they weren't so strong in the meta right now, Ruckus would be a better pick in my mind. It's not going to stop people on Xbox from picking him.
Yeah.
But he brings a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Ruckus... It's not like the resistance field really hurt Ruckus that bad. I think it might have made him even better. It's just that Ruckus is just completely destroyed by everything that's good in the meta right now. And like, as soon as that changes, he'll walk right back in, and he'll be a top tier character. He'll be in that S+ again.
Yep. All right, Fernando. Fernando's taken some hits. He fell from grace, being like considered a first pick on Xbox like a patch and a half ago.
Oh yeah.
And now people aren't playing him as much. Not to say he's still not good. He still has a crazy shield, does a lot of damage. And now with the change to his brand card, if the enemy team is running double
That's
healer,
really good.
Like a Genos Ying or a
Ying
Grover, if you can come at them with 80% anti-heal round 1, that's extremely strong, because like the whole point of running double healer is winning the early game before people get cauterize online. And Fernando is cauterize in round 1. So
80% of it. Frickin' Christ.
But yeah, he's still really good.
Fernando's just nuts. I think people have gotten better about playing against him. They just kind of like when I was playing Nando and I was being successful with him in scrims, it was because I was just like flanking and taking what they gave me. But now like teams will just like turn around and group up and deal with the Nando first. And like when you're playing Nando, like the other team has like 2 wreckers all the time, and they just rip down the shield, and it's just... Nando's really good, man, but the other tanks just outshine him.
His ultimate is still really strong, though. It's something else. It counters so much. It counters everything.
Yeah.
And if you're taking like a group team fight, like it just wins you it.
it not only counters stuff, but it sets up stuff too. Like you can set up like Ruckus Ultimate with it, or like
Tyrell.
Tyra or Victor ult, or there's like a lot of things that um there's just so much utility to that ult because it's literally immune to death. So I mean, just take that as it is. It's extremely, extremely good.
Paladins is very top heavy. There's so many characters you can pick and be successful with. But at the other side, there's also a lot of characters that like you can't pick and be successful with unless they're in the right situation. So, I mean, that's kind of where the balance is right now.
Yeah.
Every character can be played on Paladins at the moment, in my opinion. They just need the right situation to shine. So, all right, let's start off with A. So, Saris. Saris is definitely the weaker of the actual real healers that aren't Pip, Grok, Grover. Her single target heal is crazy. She can keep someone alive forever, especially if that someone's in a Nara. The problem with Saris is if multiple players on your team get injured, because you have to channel the heal and then it goes on cooldown, and it ends up being like 5 seconds where Mal threw a gourd on one teammate and then healed another, and then his heal's up in 2 seconds while Saris is still
health.
channeling her first heal. Mal's healing everyone. Genos already had free heals on his teammates, so they're already being healed. Like, and Ying can heal multiple
Saris
targets. Maybe not strong. She just can't keep up. Doesn't mean she's not good. She still heals a bunch. Her ultimate's strong, but it's countered by shields. Yeah. Her survivability is definitely higher than the other supports, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, easy.
She just can't keep up, which is crazy to think about because like 5 patches ago she was the best before they changed Maldamba with the his auto attack change and the healing legendary change.
The healing legendary,
was considered just better. Like Maldamba was usable, but Saris was just better. But it's completely the other way now. Now, tables have turned on her. So, for the next 2 characters in A, they're kind of mysterious right now because there hasn't been a lot of scrims going on with Destiny 2 being released. But Maeve and Skye, they both saw huge changes, and they honestly feel like, from what we have played of them, are easily viable at
They're
A.
good.
They're good.
They're good characters.
And that's like saying something because Skye has always been considered just trash. But with that 40%, it's like 43 or 44%. You have to do the math to actually get the real number, but it does so much damage, and you get it off a cooldown in 4 seconds if you run 4 into the Poisoner card. I think it's called Poisoner. It's something like that.
Yep.
But
something.
It's a 4-second cooldown of 40% damage. That's crazy. You don't even need to play her as a flank. You just play her as a damage. Like, who can take flank routes just like a Victor, because you pop into your stealth and you're running as fast as Victor. You pretty much just play her like a Victor. That does 40% true damage. Like, she's good.
Yeah, dude, she's good. And then her ult is really good too.
And she's like very frustrating really to play against. She tilts people hard. Because, like, you never want to get killed by a Skye because you feel so bad about getting killed by her because of how bad she has
poison darts, dude. Just, ugh.
Like, before this recent patch,
poison darts hitting you.
You could turn on a Skye super easily. Even at a lower sensitivity on Xbox, it's definitely hard. It's easier to turn on a Skye on PC because you have, like, way higher senses and still maintain high accuracy. But this recent patch, it's extremely hard to turn on a Skye if she gets the poison darts on you.
Yeah, she kills you too fast.
And then Maeve on the other is also...
she's crazy.
Now that she can easily confirm her burst that she had before, she's crazy. She's extremely hard to kill, can put in poke damage from medium to like somewhat-ish long range, and she gets up close, she can burst you for a couple thousand damage by resetting her dash, and she can get out of CC with the one legendary. She's strong. She is very strong, very hard to kill, and you force your team to do something about her. Like, because you can't just leave your healer to deal with a Maeve. I know, trust me, I play healer. Like, I can maybe kill a Maeve as Maldamba, but I have to have her cleanse down before I can do that.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to stun
even if
a
you
Maeve
stun her.
double jumping around.
Yeah.
And she just does so much damage, but if your team turns on her, she just runs away, and then they collapse on you when you turn. She's just very strong if you can coordinate around the Maeve, and when the other team is forced to look at her, or you get a free pick. It's either one. The other team has to deal with her, or you get kills. So, that's where Maeve is right now. She might be better than A, but she definitely deserves at least A. We just
Same
haven't
with
played her
Sky.
enough.
I don't know. I just view her until I see her perform in scrims. Really,
Mm.
I think A is where she lands because she's an option, but I don't think I'd prioritize her yet
All right.
or either of them.
Yeah. Bomb King. Bomb King is like the definition of A on Xbox. Like, you're not gonna be mad you have a Bomb King, but you're not gonna be super excited either. Like,
Yeah.
for one, it's Bomb King's harder to play on Xbox and PC, and I don't know if he's as glitchy as he is on PC, but bombs on Xbox do not like to blow up ever. Like, you'll stick someone and they just won't blow up. You have to hit your left trigger like 3 times. And it makes him really inconsistent, but even still, that Grumpy Bomb with the Accelerant card brings so much control and so much damage. Like, he's good, and he has the mobility with his Poppy Bomb. It's not as crazy as it used to be, but he can still get out of tight situations. And if you hit a big Bomb King ult, you just won the fight. He does a lot of damage. He's good at killing tanks, and he's good at area denial.
He's really good against... Yeah, he's really good against, like, the popular tanks on Xbox, too. Like, even though we listed Makoa and Ash as, like, the S-tier tanks, the popular tanks on Xbox, realistically, are, like,
Inara and
Fernando and Ruckus. And Inara,
and
right?
people don't run the CC
because they're just easy to play
on Xbox. Everyone runs the cripple card.
Yeah,
so.
Yep. Everyone runs cripple, except for a handful of Inaras. So, like, and Bomb King is good against those. So, especially with the Accelerant. Oh, it's interesting. He's a good character. He's a good pickup.
Mm-hmm. Another character that's probably going to surprise any PC players watching this, Tyra on Xbox. She's honestly good. Like, Xbox loves hit scan. Xbox loves immobile, Inara tanks, and Ruckus. And guess what? Hunting Party dicks those tanks. And guess what? Xbox players also tend to group up more than PC players do. So Fire Grenade destroys. It's one of the best area denials in the game. Does so much damage. It has anti-healing onto it. And if there's an Inara on top of someone and you mark her and throw a grenade on her, if that Inara doesn't die, she must have been getting pocketed by a Ceres. Like, taking 25% more damage while the fire's on there and anti-healing her. She's fucked. Tyra does crazy damage.
She's fucked.
Her biggest weakness is her vulnerability, though. She loses a lot of matchups against pretty much every other damage character in the game. But I mean, it's not really the biggest deal because you're not mobile on Tyra, so it's not like you're looking for routes or open flanks to take anyways. You're generally going to be positioned around a tank yourself, especially if you have a Makoa.
You're kind of waiting for people to screw up.
If you have a Makoa and you Hunting Party, whoever he pulls, that player's dead. That person's getting, like, plucked Makoa shotted with an extra 25% on top of it, and Tyra's going to be shooting him. Like, so yeah.
Yep.
Tyra's good on Xbox. Definitely valuable. People don't really
good.
see it yet, but she's good. Drogos. Drogos is a character you're never going to be mad about getting. You're never going to be sad about getting him unless they have, like, Leanne Victor Barrack, something that just wants to make you shoot your head off, or, like, an Androxus. But Drogos just does so much with... He can run Worm Jets or Combustible, depending on the map. He gets so much AoE splash damage. And the ultimate is a free pick on a tank. Every fight. Like... Pretty much. It's really good.
It turns... And then morale boost is really good on him, too. Especially with Combustible. Like, he just gains it so fast. And the ultimate, honestly, wins you fights, like, all the time. So, and then, obviously, Verticality is very nice. It's not as big as a deal as it used to be, but it's nice that he has the most mobility out of the flankers. Or the blasters.
Mm-hmm.
The true blasters, I should say.
If you don't count Eevee.
Yeah, if you don't count Eevee.
But yeah. So that's going to be it for A. So A-, we're kind of looking at they're good characters. They're just more situational. If you get them in the situation where they're going to be good, they're going to perform extremely well in that situation. And to start that off, we have Grok.
Yeah.
Grok is good. Contrary to popular belief.
Back.
And Hi-Rez wanting to rework him at the moment. But He's a bruiser.
What?
Yeah, Iris is reworking him right now. You didn't know that? But
No.
so
I'm heartbroken.
yeah. Grok does extremely well against deployables, which once again are very popular on Xbox. Ying is popular, Barrack is popular, Inara is popular. And he just bounces chain lightning off of them.
I fucking love Grok. And his ult is really good now that it heals himself too.
I mean, really good's a strong
it's just
word.
Like a quick...
It's good. It's not.
All right,
it's not
sorry.
amazing.
It's not.
It's not like a lot of the other ults in the game where they're game changing, but it's
like it's comparable to Grover ult.
It's a group buff.
Does the same thing.
Speeds up your team, runs them into the others, does damage, heals everyone. You surge with power. It's what it is. It's Grok's Grok.
Yeah, you surge with power.
He's extremely hard to kill, and he's gonna constantly do chip damage to everyone on the other team. So
ghost walking. Yeah.
Like if they have a Saris and they don't have shields to block a Maelstrom Grok
is coming out.
Like if they have like a Nara and Barrack or a Nara Ashe or something like that, where there's not really massive shields, or like Barrack has the turrets, so he may have a shield, but Grok will always have a Maelstrom target, and you're always going to be hitting the entire team and just getting chip damage on everyone. And Saris can't keep up with that chip damage. And the slow.
Yep.
Like, in the right situations, Grok will dick. He's just not a healer. You can run the CC
He does a lot of damage.
It's a very good card, especially if they have like a Bomb King or something, or like very heavy CC ultimates.
Bomb King and Nara. Yeah.
Like they had like a Nara, Saris, Bomb King. Like you might want to pull out the CC totem, but Maelstrom's also very good. It lets him do crazy damage. It really does. But he's not something you want to pick into every single team. Like if they have a Fernando, you might not want to pick him because there's almost always going to be a shield in front of you. Or like a Maldamba Genos. Like then your chip damage isn't going to be doing as much. So that's Grok for you though.
Yeah. He's good.
And now we got a couple flankers. We got Eevee. On Xbox, she doesn't seem to have the game-breaking glitch that she does on PC. But on Xbox, Eevee's a little bit less consistent because she is, has a slow rate of fire and people aren't good. So, but that doesn't mean Eevee's not good. She has the craziest mobility in the game, and her damage is solid. It's just not 100-0 burst anymore because you can't do the double, bonus damage shot. All of her legendaries are viable
without
as
the
well.
blink she dropped off.
And now that they nerfed the range on the blink, she dropped off a lot. But I think the biggest hurt to her is, why would you play Eevee when right now you could play Maeve, who's pretty much just as safe as Eevee, just a little bit worse vertical mobility, but has better burst damage and is better at getting picks on single lone healers. So yeah.
I think I'd even rather Buck than Eevee.
Yeah, with the Reprieve nerf, Eevee doesn't have the self-sustain she used to, where Maeve still full heals herself with the left trigger and the right bumper if you have the cards for it. So, Eevee's good. Needs the right situation or the right map. She's really good on Timbermill. I'd prefer Eevee on Timbermill than I would Maeve, probably. So, there's that.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing she has going for her is her mobility, but that's literally it.
Mm-hmm. Next flanker, we have Buck. Also known for his vertical mobility, Buck jumps into action and gets killed. Buck's
the fucking man.
Buck is a lot of fun to play. He can be hard to kill, but damn.
Realistically, without this,
it can be hard to play a good Buck on
You need
Xbox
to be getting those kills.
because you have to get the bounce house,
You need
knock
to be getting
back,
those kills
and
when you jump in.
headshot them. And it can be hard to stay on target on Xbox when you're knocking them off of the bounce house and then landing a direct clean shot on them for the good burst damage. I mean, he's not trash by any means. He's usable, but you need to either play him into the right comp, or you need to have the right comp backing him up, with a Torvald.
The other team has to have the right comp, and your team needs a Torvald or a leashing healer, right? So you can't run Ying Rover with him, in my opinion. Yeah, you need to have some sort of ability to way to heal him.
But Buck can jump vertically, so that makes him viable. Look at him go. He can play Serpent
Yeah,
Beach.
pretty much. Yeah. He's got Serpent. Him and EV have Serpent just for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another flanker that just got buff, Xin. He finally got the stupid delay in between ability usages removed on his counter. So Xin is a lot better now that he can, like, even harder to kill. Xin is just kind of like the most annoying character you'll ever play against. In all honesty.
God. It's cancer, man.
He either runs the deflect card and doesn't die, or he runs the billow card and doesn't die, or he runs guillotine and insta-kills tanks. Take your pick.
Makes you want to kill yourself, dude. I hate that character.
His damage isn't the best. He doesn't have any vertical mobility, and his mobility is not the craziest. But his survivability is very high, and he is extremely annoying.
The character just sits back and he just annoys your healer or your damage dealers, and you turn around and he deflects or just billows, and it's just like, yeah, after those cooldowns he's like dead, but a lot of the times, like, he'll have time to recharge those cooldowns and he'll just like hide behind a wall for like 2 seconds and come right back in. And then he just the character just doesn't die. He's just an annoyance. He's not really going to destroy your whole team. He's not going to carry, but he's going to be fucking annoying.
And Reflection's also pretty good pretty damn strong against hit scans, which are very popular on Xbox.
Hit scans? Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. Victor, especially Victor Tyra.
And Lex. And for God's sakes, Hi-Res, if you are listening to this, please, for the love of God, fix his auto-aim. He has been glitched for like 7 patches now.
Ever.
I haven't been able to play Lex and not want to kill myself.
Okay, we've been playing for 3 months. I think we got to play with Lex with auto-aim for like a week or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's it. It's literally been like 3 months almost now.
And Hi-Res hasn't
just Lex just not
it.
Working.
We know they know about it because we have told them directly to like people in charge of at Hi-Res. They know Lex's auto-aim is glitched on Xbox. It works sometimes, and for some reason it just doesn't pull on people. Like, you'll be in a fight and there's 2 people in front of you and you want to shoot the pip, but there's a Torvald right behind him. Well, guess what? Because you fucking hate yourself, the auto-aim's not going to work on the pip, but it's sure as hell going to work on the Torvald. So you can't hit the pip because your aim is fighting you, even though you're trying to hit him.
Or the fucking Ying clone.
Yep, or the Ying clone. So, but with this latest change, like, Lex does crazy damage up close, especially if he runs Def Hastens.
Dude, yeah.
He can insta-kill so many people with like 5 shots. Just do, they're dead. And he counters invisibility with Shaolin being popular on Xbox. That's always nice to have. And Sky possibly coming into meta.
Yeah.
Lex is a very good
box
anti-flank.
Sky.
Lex is an extremely good anti-flank with his left trigger hit scan auto aim bullshit on the high mobility characters because he's going to hit them, and he has the bounty system which will reveal invisible characters. He's a very good anti-flank, but if he's very strong on the maps he's strong on. He's very good at Jaguar Falls, Bright Marsh. He can be used on
Jaguars
Fort
and Bright Marsh.
In the right
Those
situation,
small maps,
Lex sticks.
Right situation, Lex is good. He's gonna deck. Yeah.
Even with the auto aim.
Right situation, awesome. Right, even with it. Because typically when you're fighting, you're like up close, and you're not gonna miss that much up close. But obviously, if you play him on like Timber Mill or something, like you're asking to die. Like it's just not gonna work.
All right. Next up, we have Willow. Willow is a very strong character at the moment. Honestly, probably deserves better than A-. But with Willow, A- is kind of the category.
She does.
You're happy to get her, but you need her in the right thing, which kind of sucks. Like, Willow gets dicked hard by certain characters, and more importantly, she gets dicked hard by certain maps. Like, you need to have high ground on Willow to play her well, and some maps cannot give you high ground. Frozen Guard does not give you high ground. There's like 2
Frozen
tiny
Guard
little
is like
hills.
the one we think of. Yeah.
And like
Jaguar Falls when you're like trying to push in the point. It's just like, oh god.
You don't have your ult up. Willow doesn't
you're
bring
shooting
anything
up
to the team fight.
and it's just it's just the like by definition she belongs where she is, but the character herself is very strong. She is really strong, and on the maps she's good at, she's really fucking good. She's the best blaster. But on the maps she's not, she's pretty much garbage.
Sucks to be Willow. All right.
Yeah.
So, Kinessa, something you wouldn't think you're going to see on A-, a sniper on console? What?
Fuck
No way.
yes. She's A. She's A.
I have her name A-. Fuck you.
Dick.
So you're not going to pick her into everything, but if you have the right team to pick her into, she can go off. Like, you're playing Frog Isle, and they have like a ball comp. She's going to get so much free damage off with nothing to contest her.
Yep.
And she brings CC with the slow, and she has escapability, unlike Strix currently.
Nobody's really running like these high mobility flankers. No one's running the Buck or the Eevee to deal with her. So on some of these maps, like as long as you protect her and just kind of like let Kinessa win you the fight, you're gonna win the fight. Like on Splitstone, Kinessa is like disgusting. And then on Timbermill, obviously, Kinessa has always been disgusting. Frozen Guard, Kinessa is disgusting. Like, there's times where she'll just win you the game. And she's... Oh, God. Like, a good Kinessa is, like, scary. It's just we haven't seen it yet. And I'm actually really excited for the first Kinessa we see that, like, gets pulled out regularly. Because I think the character is just absolutely nuts.
The biggest problem with Kinessa on Xbox is really, honestly, when they get in close, it can be very hard to get those like quick charge shots, because it's very hard to. It's a lot harder to like slide and hit someone or do the whatever the swipe scopes. I don't know what you call them.
Yeah, I mean they
window.
added the aim down sight. Yeah, they added the aim down sight sensitivity adjuster, right? So now it's like. It used to be like really way too slow. It used to be like impossible to play her because it was just impossible to flick, right? So you're just like you're aiming down sights in like a small area and you couldn't really move it past that. But now you can flick. But the problem is it like might be too fast now. Like even one is just like crazy fast. Like it's just like too much. But Kinessa's like I've adjusted to it. And I think my Kinessa is getting decent.
And you're
I think like it could, yeah. I mean, like it could be in the hands of someone who's better than me. Like it could be really good.
But the fact remains, we're still on Xbox, so it's going to be harder to hit some shots.
Yeah,
that's just how it is. She's
not
going to be as good as she is on PC.
Yep.
She's just weaker.
Yep.
And the headshot hitboxes are very wonky in this game. I'm being honest, they are. That definitely doesn't help her out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, it's pretty shit.
The B tier. Why are you playing this? Oh, for extremely, extremely specific reasons. Characters. Man.
Yeah.
The Fall from Grace, Androxus. Man, went from like S+ to all the way down here. Androxus is just lacking in mobility since they nerfed his nether step. And he doesn't have the burst that other flankers have, and he doesn't have the mobility other flankers have. So you kind of have to play him as a damage dealer, but like
he's just a bad damage dealer.
He's a bad damage dealer in comparison to like Shaw or Victor or Lian or fucking Ying. Like, and he
has to get in too close, and then when he gets in close, he dies.
And he's extremely predictable.
So
like you pretty much force him to play Godslayer, so you know he's going to be looking for a reflect. And guess what?
Yeah,
Makoa's very good. Makoa pulls him out of reflect, like, and he's gonna expose himself when he reflects because he's trying to actually reflect shit. So he's just not very good.
Yep.
But if they had like a Willow and a Drogos for some reason, like they had double blaster, like Andro is gonna dick that team, like because he can actually chase after them into the air, where other characters can't. So there's that. Yep. That's when you play him. If there's very specific reasons you need to hunt someone, like they have a Kinessa Drogos or a Willow Kinessa or Drogos Willow, like he does go into those.
On a verticality map. Yeah, like the situations are so specific. So many variables have to be, like the conditions just have to be perfect.
Yeah. All right, Pip Pip is buggy as all shit. His heal never fucking works, so you can't really play him as healer. Pip is just a jack of all trades. He does good damage, but not amazing. He can heal, but not very well. He has some mobility, but not great. His redeeming quality is his ultimate. It counters tanks very well. So if they tried to run a triple tank or something into you, Pip does very well into them.
Pip is just strong against tanks because the Catalyst legendary is just really strong. It's I think it's like the way to run him right now is just the damage, because he becomes like a pseudo Shaolin every like 5 seconds.
Or like a pseudo Buck.
He's pretty good.
Except without, the
real.
jump.
He's like so interesting, man. It's just like he should be good. He should be better, but like whenever you play him, he just, I don't know.
If his heal was consistent, I'd probably put him up.
Gets killed.
Minus. But
yeah,
his heal's not. I mean, I'm just gonna let him be.
There's just characters that just do what he does better.
Yep.
So it's just like whatever.
All right, next up is Frog Isle. Oh, I mean Torvald.
Yeah, for real.
As you can guess.
Torvald out on Frog Isle.
Torvald gets brought out on, guess it, Frog Isle. Direct current Torvald, especially if you pair him with Morale Boost, charges his ult so fast. It's honestly insane. And
thank you, Wonderful, for bringing this cancer upon us. This stupid fucking strat. God.
And even if you don't run Morale Boost with him, he's still good on Frog Isle, because sooner or later you're gonna get an ult. And guess what? Frog Isle has like pretty much every angle you can be knocked off of for the most part. So it's very hard to play around it. Yeah. You have to be very, very careful, and you have to burst him down or get resilience.
Your entire team has to get resilience for one dude. It's stupid.
Or you have to like save a CC to interrupt him, and your person has to be fucking on top of it to save his team. Like,
and the like shitty part is like all right. So like when Torvald goes to knock off, he is like it's very telegraphed. You know what he's doing. Like he just walks up to like there's like 5 or 6 points on the map, right, where it's like, all right, Torvald's gonna try and knock you off at this choke, right? So he waddles up to that, and like it's just like sometimes you just like it doesn't matter. It's already too late. You're fucked. You're just your team's getting knocked off. I mean, not everyone, because like your mobility characters get out, but like a bunch of your characters can't, and then the fight's over. Torvald just won it, and he can do that once every like minute and a half. So you're fucked. Torvald is very good in that one situation. But otherwise,
he's also very good paired with a Makoa, because he can silence anyone he pulls. Very good paired with a Buck or a Sky
it lets Makoa pull in like tanks and shit. Yeah, it lets Makoa like pull in more freely. He can pull in whoever rather than like have to go for specific squishies. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, we'll just kill you. I guess
you don't really want to pull in a Ruckus because he's just gonna jump away. But if you silence him, Ruckus dies.
Right, but with Torvald, can't shield, can't do anything. He's just dead.
Yeah, there's Torvald. And last but not least, Strix went from like super crazy to like not so special. Honestly, I feel like he might even be in C.
Probably S to B.
Like,
just because like if you're gonna play a sniper, dude, just play Kinessa or Grover, man.
And in that sense, why would Strix even be in B? Why would I ever pull out Strix? Like, his damage is now comparable to Kinessa, except now that they nerfed his stealth so much, you're pretty much forced into running the 50% stealth card instead of the ambush card, so his damage got hurt, and he can't stay in stealth for like ever now that the charge has been hurt and the initial cost. So like he isn't safe. He can't get away from anyone. You have to fight anyone that comes at you pretty much, unless you're for some reason at full stealth bar. But he's a character, I guess.
He exists. Yeah, he's. I think he's probably the worst.
I guess if they banned Kinessa and you wanted to play a sniper, you pick Strix. I don't know why they would ban Kinessa, but maybe you played Kinessa the game before and went off, so they banned Kinessa.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, in all honesty, I don't know why you'd play Strix. His ultimate's very bad, especially.
Strix is just non-existent.
I feel like when you get Strix ulted, nothing happens. Like, you're still shooting it where you were shooting before, and on Xbox you can kind of feel the auto aim tugging, so you know they're there.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you ever like been like, all right, I got Strix ult, let's turn this fight. It's like, no, let me
No.
just realistically, it's like, all right, someone's on me. Let me Strix ult.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where Kinessa ults and just murders everyone. So,
Yeah. It's two people dead. Oh, yeah. Strix sucks.
I don't know.
On Xbox anyway.
Yeah. He's somewhere in this B to D range, in all honesty. I don't know. I'm just going to leave him here in B just to make him feel better about himself. He's a bird. He gets to be in B.
Give him, dude. Yeah, he's a bird person. Rest in peace.
So, yeah, but that's our
He
tier
really
list.
does look like bird person, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
Have you ever looked at bird?
I saw that meme where it's like, in bird culture, this is considered a dick move. And it's like,
I think I said
looking
that
at the
too.
patch
Yeah,
notes.
like
Yeah.
getting Illuminate 3 is considered a dick move. Yeah.
But, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Xbox has a lot of peculiarities on it compared to PC, especially with certain characters. Like, if another person on Xbox made this list, I bet you Maldamba wouldn't be an S, but I play Maldamba for my team, so we value him more than other people. But
Yeah.
a team that doesn't play him and for some reason just plays Ying a bunch would probably put Ying in S and Maldamba in, like, A-. Because there's teams that play Saris before Maldamba, which just seems crazy. Because Maldamba is on paper just way better than Saris. It's just on Xbox, people have trouble playing him because you don't get auto aim
Easier to play.
on your teammates. So,
Yep.
but yeah. But everyone is pickable in Paladins at the moment, really, except maybe Strix on Xbox. But, they...
Yeah.
Hi-Rez has been doing a good job balancing. Like, a couple weeks ago, I wouldn't have ever said, why the fuck are you playing Maeve? You're retarded. Or, like...
Or Sky. Yeah.
And, like...
Yeah, there was, like, literally no reason to ever pick Maeve.
And, like, originally,
Ever.
there was no reason
But
to play
now-
Willow. Like, unless for some reason they had Grok or a Grover solo healer. That was the only reason to originally play Willow before they buffed her Blast Flower card. So...
Yep.
But Hi-Rez has been doing a pretty good job balancing.
Dude,
they can stop...
they've been doing awesome.
If they can stop releasing characters like Leanne and Genos, that would be nice.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic. Did you see the new character?
Yeah, Talus.
I mean, maybe we should do another video for that. We'll do a video on that, but
yeah. All right.
I don't know.
But I hope
I'm
you
not
guys
sold on
enjoyed the Jeff and GC show, episode 1, tier list for OB58. So yeah, we'll be back again sooner or later. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.
Peace.